If you condemn the whole of your culture, you're a stupid idiot. All you need is study your culture, take the one that is good for progress, but to say that Yoruba culture has nothing for the future, you're a stupid idiot.
We all do social study, and we define culture as the total way of life. I mean, total way of life of people in a particular environment, particular time and period. So that's culture. Culture is what defines the idea, the behavioral and the way of life of people in a particular environment. So you see, Yoruba people have their own culture. Like the way I dress now, I don't need to introduce myself to people out there before they know I'm a Yoruba boy. And if you see the culture of the Fulani people, with the way they are dressed, they are addressed. You know that this person is a Fulani. If you see the Igbo, the way they dress, they are addressed. You know this person is Igbo. So that's the culture. So the importance of culture, actually, culture is very important in every individual life because that's what defines them. That's what really defines who they are, the kind of people they are, the kind of behavior they have. Maybe they have anger issue, the way they marry, the way they cook, the way they give birth to children. They are every of their way of life. You know, I tell you, culture is total way of life. So their way of life is what is. If you see Yoruba people, we have more than, if I'm to count, we have more than 26 different kind of soup in my village. We have more than, I can't say, different kind of food, more than 50 kind of food in our village. Okay, let's talk about beans. Beans can be used to make more than 10 different kind of food, ranging from olele, akara, ekuru, moi moi, all of those kind from ordinary beans. When we go into yam is used to make inyo, amala, this, that, asaro, ikokore, ojojo, different kind of, So this is the way of life of the Yoruba people in terms of food. It's our culture. We have different food from our culture. So the importance of culture is culture define the total behavioral way of life of the people, including our dressing, the way we appease, the way we talk to our God, the way we talk. That's our culture. So culture is very important in the life of people. Actually, religion, one part I don't want to talk about. There's a big difference between religion and culture, actually. A very, very big difference between religion and culture. In every culture, you can bring out a religion from it. And there is a culture for every religion. Let's use the common one in Yoruba land. In Yoruba land right now, we have the Christians, the Muslim, and we have the Christian, the Islam, and the traditional religion. That's the three common religion in Yoruba land. But the culture of Yoruba land remains the culture of Yoruba land. Let's talk about Passover. The Passover night, according to the Jesus story, is a remembrance of how Pharaoh, maybe the people of the Israelites, escaped from the den of Pharaoh in Egypt. Recorded in the book of Moses, the book of Moses, recorded that there's a Passover night where they kill a lamb and they put it at the door of their house when the angel of death is passing by, kill the firstborn child and spare those of the Israelites. So they party the Passover night during the day of Jesus. That's the culture of the Jew or the Hebrew people. I don't know all the Israelites. I don't know what they belong to. I don't want to know them anymore. So that's their culture. And when Christianity came, they still do this Passover. During the time of Jesus, the Last Supper of Jesus was a Passover night. They still practice the culture of the Israelite. If you see the Islam, they say they practice Umrah and all these things, is the pre-Islamic culture of the Arabian Peninsula. Until today, the Tawaf, the killing of ram for their gods, and all of these things is the culture of the Arabian. Even the dressing hijab, the niqab, all of this eleha and all of them is the culture of the Arabian Peninsula. And it has been happening for a very long time. So these people brought this culture into their religion when they accept Islam. They brought it into it. And if you see their prophet did not eradicate the culture of his people. The same way the Roman people brought Christmas and the Easter into Christianity. This is the culture of the Israel people, the Roman people, or whatever it is. and they still practice. So there is always a culture in every religion. And in Yoruba, we are not religious people until the coming of the colonial people. But we can also bring out a religion from our own culture. And that's why you have the Isheshe people. You see some people having temple, the Isheshe temple, Ile Ijuba, the Ogun people having Ose Ogun, the Sango people having Ose Sango. They are trying to bring out a religion from the culture of their people. So there is a difference between culture and religion, but they are both also they are linked to each other, because there's always a culture in every religion, and that you can bring out a religion from any of the culture. So that's it. So the song Culture was an inspiration I got early Friday morning. I think the Rumole brought it. And it's all about the culture of the Yoruba people and some external culture that was adopted from religion that are not actually our culture, but we fixed them into our culture. Some evil culture that are of the Arabian Peninsula or the Israeli culture that have been brought into our tradition and culture, but are not really ours. So this song actually delved into child marriage and hatred among tribalism, we hating each other because of religion. My daughter cannot marry this person because they're Muslim. My son cannot marry him because they're Kefiri. All of those culture. These are the kind of stuff that actually almost ruined my family. I can tell you, this is one of the reasons I left Christianity. Because of these little things, like what religion brought to us, like scattering us, dividing us. Our home is totally divided at a point. And when I see that this is not love, if this is the God of love, why is he hate? Why are we supposed to hate the pagan and people who don't believe in our own culture? So the song culture actually entails some external culture that was brought into our land and are not so, and we are accepting them as norm, but we are not supposed to. So this is all about the song culture. And when I wrote the song, I delivered the chorus and the verse. I feel like, I shouldn't do much on the song. Let me find somebody to put on it. So me and the management, we talk, and I feel like, we need a rapper who can actually explain so much, like a deep rapper that can talk more on this part of a topic, this culture topic. Then we thought about it, and we choose who we are supposed to choose.
Yeah, as previously explained, I tell you, culture is the total way of life of the Yoruba people. Not Yoruba people alone, of everybody around the world. And why I use my beat, it has always been Irokelowo, Ilekelorun. This beat is not just an ordinary beat. They really define who I am as an individual. And for a metaphorical Yoruba individual, when they see me, they turn into ask questions. Either a police officer, a military personnel, any parastatals in the whole of Nigeria, when they see me, they should be able to know that, this person is who this person is. You know what I mean? So if you look at this is what we call Odeifa, and this is Akun. Akun is a sign of chieftaincy or royalty in Yoruba land. It is always a red bead made from clay and sand and some other elements, and the coloring. So it's always very traditional. And if you look at this bead, it's a green and a brown bead, which means green, which signifies the green color of the leaf, and the brown, which signifies the brown color of the roots and the branch of herbaceous plants. So this Ewe and Egbo. You should know that this person is into herbalism, or is an herbalist. I mean, this person is into herbs. That's Ewe and Egbo. This Odeifa, it is rooted from Ewe and Egbo. And if you look at this, is of different colors. This is Egbe. Egbe can be our mates all around the world. Either you are Japanese, you are Korean, you are American, you are African. It's of different color. Egbe, Ogaugo, Akpopi, Iwele. So it can be it's made from different background. So you have different colors. If you look at this is the black color of our loamy sand. Are you seeing it? And the white color of of the snow, like the rain and snow. So this is Orisha Oko, like you see it right now, meaning the god of agriculture, the rain color and the sand and the loamy soil color. This is significant. If you look at this is Ode Obatala. They call it Sesefun. It's a sign of purity, which means Obatala is a very pure, is one of the purest Irumole that we have. So when you see all of this color, there's yellow, which is Oshun, there's blue, this of the blue sea, this Olokun, Yemoja, and all of those, we believe that there's a deep blue sea. So all of this color signify a particular Irumole or Urisha, or that is deeply rooted in the Yoruba cosmology, or what do you call it? I don't know how you call it in English. Yoruba Shani. So when you see Shango, you see the fire and the thunder and the rain. It will have a white and red, very pure red. When you see Ishu will have a red and a black, which is significant of the every of this can be explained, though it's not in this video. But me using my traditional beads, one, for them to know I'm a cultured individual and I represent the Sheshe tradition. And two, people who actually use diamond and all these gold chains on their neck are not using it for fashion. They are using it as a means of intimidation, like intimidating their fellow African man. When they make money, the first thing they do is they buy all of these things to intimidate, so that they can know that, oh, Odogu, and you get see neck, now $7 million, you buy them. That's their own way of life, to intimidate the public. For me, I don't think this is just as cheap as 10,000 naira, cheap as 500, 1,000, 2,000 naira. This is not intimidating. So this is just me representing where I actually come from. It's not as if I don't have the money to buy those, but I will not join them in using it all around. You can see it on my neck, but it won't be for intimidation. And whereas the blood of our ancestors is what they use in taking all of this gold. Take it there. In America, in Britain, Europe, and then we convert it to a diamond and nickel. Then somebody is putting the blood of his ancestor on the neck. Your praise for his fellow African man. My brother, leave me with my big JJ, and this one I'll use forever. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, it's so uncommon. Like, it's not very common for you to see Vector on a traditional song. And but to my surprise, actually, Vector is a cultured individual like myself. He's very cultured, and he's so deep in his culture. And after I recorded the song, as I'm saying, as I previously said, after recording the song, we look into Nigeria, like, oh, let's look into Nigeria among the Yoruba, who is one of the best rapper that is fit for this particular song. Vector is actually my best rapper in Nigeria. He has been my best rapper since 1807. So me and my friends, all of my group, all of my crew, we've actually loved Vector. So there is this sentiment in me that, oh, Vector will be the best for this song, best fit for this song. So I called on some of my friends who are good music critics. Like, their own job is to they should buju the whole song. Like, now they will criticize the song, like, oh, this is an error, this is somewhere. I'll be like, okay, who is the best for this song? Like, 3 among the 5 of them say, oh, Vector will have been better, but they don't know if Vector will be able to jump on the traditional song. Like, okay, I have a brother of mine who is a very good friend for Vector. I call him, brother, see this song. Immediately listen to the song. He said, and you said you want to feature Vector the other day. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I think Vector is fit for this song. So it got so good, like saying that juju. As I give it to my brother, he listened to the song. He's like, oh, Vector be like, oh, I like this. The part where I'm talking about the child marriage of a thing not being our culture, but an adopted culture from the Arabian Peninsula. He'll be like, okay, it's high time we start talking about topics like this in our society. Since people don't want to talk about it, I think we should start. So Vector jumped on the song, and it was Faktuluhum. Killer. So that's why Vector is on this song. That's how Vector came to kill my song. And you guys can't wait. I swear. Culture by Bennylee, May 16, 2025.